What is up? What is up? On this Friday for everyone. Hope everyone's having a good time. Boom. What's up? All right. Let's do this. Get that out of there. Get that off there. Add that. Add that there. What's up? What's up? Oh man. Let me remove this screen. There we go. Bam. All right. What's up, everyone? Happy Friday. I think it's Friday. Yeah, Friday, right? Don't get me messed up. Oh man, a little bit of junk food. That'll get you sooner or later. Catch up to you. What's up, everyone? Brick love to everyone out there. Everyone out there in the meltology world. Give a quick shout out to a few of y'all out there that I can remember off the top of my head real quick. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I got a little cheat sheet up here. I'm going to grab that real quick. I'll start out with Alchemos83. What's up, Alchemos? Doing the most with Alchemos mindset. Our melted reality. What's up, brother? Mark, check him out. Boots on the Ground Bloodhound. Check out his group on Facebook. Boots on the Ground Meltologies. Boots on the Ground. Also check out All Mountains Are Melted Brick Buildings, and of course, Mountains Are Melted Brick Buildings. Check out the documentary Tartarian Meltdown. Meltology Explained. Fruit Kiss Research My Research. Knowledge. What's up, brother? Deborah Watson. Check her out. Check her YouTube channel out. Check her out on Facebook. Check her out in the group. Patty G. Patty Melt. What's up, Patty? And let's see. Let me get this off the screen. Say what's up to, of course, let's see, who else we got out there? Tara Johnson. What's up, Tara? Let's say big what's up to her. Tobias. What's up, Tobias? What's up? Great research, peeking through the veil. And let's see, Smelted Seraph, higher than 2 giraffes. What's up, brother? If you're out there, what is up? Let's see, who else we got out there? We got so many people out there that's spreading the truth. And you know what? I'm going to go through here real quick. Actually, if you look at the bottom of the ticker here, you can see some of the people there in Meltology. All right. Let me go over here real quick before I get into some of this here. Brick love to everyone out there spreading the truth. Let's see. Got a couple comments in here. Alchemo. What's up, Alchemos? Yeah, we got Seraph. What's up, guys? You know what? I don't know if you guys can hear that. I got my little echo going in the background because I got to make sure I'm on. So let me turn that down. I don't have an earpiece, so I'll turn that down. I do hear myself in there. So, man, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? I was on the other channel. Let's see. Boom. Let me put that up there. Yeah, what's up? Meltology's finest in the house. We got some of the best of them out there. What is up? Hey, Alchemos, if you could figure this out, there's a way I can send you guys an invite where you can actually be part of the show and show evidence. And I thought I did it last time with Seraph. But if you want to come on, I can send, I'm going to send you guys the invite anyway. But if you want to come on as I think they call it collaborator or whatever they call it, where you actually get to show evidence, you have to accept the email. But if you want to look into that and see how it's done on YouTube, as far as being able to be part of the show, I don't know if I know you were kind of looking into this program in the beginning, but I don't know if you really had time to. But if you want to come on and show anything, if not today, tomorrow, I'm gonna be on tomorrow. This is just a little jump-in show, just a little practice. Um, but I'm gonna send you guys an invite right now. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what you said. Seraph, the email never came. Um, yeah, I don't know what's up with that. So let's do this. I'm gonna do this right now. Copy this and I'm gonna send that out in Messenger. If you guys feel like jumping on, um, paste that there. So mindset. Okay, I just sent that out to Alchemist Mindset, and this one I'm gonna send out to copy Messenger. And this one will be sent out to, boom. All right, melted Seraph. Send, okay. All right, just did that. And while that's going through, because when you guys get that, you guys just slide in anytime. Get that down. Yeah, yeah. If you go on YouTube and you just look up Emux, they have all kind of different things, and a lot of them are by Emux. Um, but there's other people put stuff out also. But if you go through Emux, you'll see inviting guests. Um, Now, I just invited a guest, but there's something else other than a guest. Is I don't know. I don't remember what they call it, but and I know they have collaborators, but I think there's something in between. I'm not sure if the collaborators wanted this actually, because there's also one that can actually handle your live stream in the background while you're performing, and they do all the technical stuff in the background, like sceneries and special effects or whatever. Um, but there's another one that's bringing people in and for them to be able to show evidence. There's a process that has to be done, which is kind of weird, but they have a reason for it. But it's so much easier on StreamYard where you just come in and, just boom, take control. Okay, well, someone just came in right here. Oh, that's the Raph. What's up, man? All right, I'm gonna bring you up here so everyone else can hear you. You there, Seraph? All right, what's up, buddy? How you doing? I want to say,
Because even though my health is not the best, I keep getting these messages, these visions that confirm everything, bro. So I'm happy, I'm glad, and I'm glad to have a space here in the show with Alchemos. That hope he comes in.
yeah, me too. Yeah, it's always nice catching up with everyone. This is a nice way of doing it. Um, you know, kind of just hanging out today, messing around with just getting ready for tomorrow. Thought, you know what? It's pouring down rain outside. I didn't work today. I was actually going to jump on yesterday, and then I got the phone call that if I could pick up baby Eagle. So I was like, oh, of course I could pick up my baby. So I didn't really have, and that was probably about. I got to pick her up by 3 o'clock. Pick her up. I got there early, but um, by this time it was already 11:30, almost 12. I said I don't have time to do it. It's I got to get everything together. Like it almost took me 30 minutes to when I decided let's do it, just to grab some evidence real quick, get stuff together, and jump on. Last minute, still took 30 minutes, and so I just didn't do it yesterday. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on and just shoot the shit, show a little bit of evidence or whatever. Just playing around with this here, getting my feet wet. I did find out that this program here only allows you 30 hours a month for free. So they keep changing it. At first it was unlimited, but this is a new program. This has only came out, I think, less than a year ago or barely over a year now. And at first, it was unlimited live streams, unlimited all this stuff, blah blah blah. Now, of course, as they get more and more subscribers, they have to, take away some of the perks because before there was really no difference between the. I was like, well, shit, there ain't much difference between the paid version and the version until you get high tech, like you having a bunch of people like those the Zoom meetings and all that stuff, and
Uh-huh.
but like this stuff is like shit. There ain't no difference. But I'm starting to find out now that okay, they're starting to 30 hours, and then also the first thing I found out that there's only 2 hour streams per time. I'm like, that's it. Oh man,
And it's good to try different programs. I remember that we used to be using the StreamYard, and it has some good things, but also others not so good. And anyway, it was useful, but this one seems cool too.
it is, except for no one else is using it. So I mean, no one I know that can walk me through it. That's the only
Yeah,
problem.
you're doing it by yourself, and it's great anyway, right?
I mean, there's so much you can do with this thing, and I don't even do it. Like, man, I'll be lost. Like, nope. But I see people that put out productions and stuff. They look like studio productions. Like, oh man, I'm trying to show evidence. Having a hard time. But the more
Yeah.
you do something, the easier it is. But if I just keep on the simple stuff, I should be all right. Hey, I'm gonna jump into some evidence real quick. We'll see if I can do this with you on the screen. Let me see how it's gonna show up. Um, let's
All
see.
right. Anyway, like I said, my phone just has a failure that when you plug it in the USB to the computer USB port, it won't recognize the device. So all of the functions that I could exploit of it, like as a camera, put the music inside it, put pictures inside it, I can't because the cell phone just don't wanna plug. I don't know
What?
why. The cell phone is being fixed up. I think when they built it back, they didn't connect that USB port, but it charges. I don't understand. So that's the reason why I don't have a camera, man. I used to
Gotcha.
have one little one, but as it turned to Windows 10, it doesn't have the drivers of it. And I looked for them in the internet, and not can't get in. They are obsolete. So
Mm,
no way to use that USB camera. It was nice actually, low quality, but it was kind of
right.
fast streaming speed.
Wow. So you won't be able to show any evidence for a while then? Is that what you're saying or what?
Uh, no, what I'm saying is about that I don't got a camera, but topics, yeah, I got, but the last thing that I brought was the pictures from the ceiling, from the sky, the circuits, and
Right.
as I gave him to you, I gave him to Alchemist,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope that he comes in. I hope he jumps in because he's doing a work with him, bro. He started tweaking them, and he now is able to see them in black and white with full definition, bro. More details than we thought. More
Right.
detail. Shit is deep, yeah. And so I did not do that job of try to tweak him more, but Alchemist has more experience with pictures and stuff. So look what happens. So he got an exclusive intervention in the topic with this edition. I mean, with this tweaking of tones and colors and saturation, all that, you know.
Right.
And that is important because I thought that, oh, okay, this is enough proof, but nah, I hadn't seen it in the way that he tweaked them. More details, bro. You're just gonna just flop back.
Yeah. Were you able to get that music to him?
Yeah, but I still haven't. gave him the files as because I'm working on a little some more,
Uh huh.
and I told him that I was gonna send them with some clips, like with lip sync, so he could, put the file and put the some clips, and flexing a little bit and shit for the video. And right now I haven't had, like, well, I have had the inspiration and all that stuff, because I made two new songs, bro. Two new songs. I showed you just one from my last three, but I made two new, and they are spicy, bro. And so I wanna kind of do it along with the clips on clips, so he can put, a lot of pictures from the sky, and from truth, from the realm, and also put some parts of the clips of me doing lip sync with the music, and it's gonna be fire. I know he's got some good additions of the pictures of the sky, man, too. You gotta see that.
Nice. I'm going to show some of this evidence. All right.
All right, bro.
I'm just going to show a few things. Going to talk about some of the deceptions that they do with these places. Once again, welcome to Melted Madness, everyone. Um, and of course, we have the one and only Melted Seraph hired in two giraffes from his house. Just gonna go over a few
Yep.
things in meltology. If you're new here, what is meltology? It is, as Jen, True Seeker 69. I do apologize for not mentioning her earlier. You can't talk about meltology without speaking of True Seeker 69, Jen, and you can't speak of the truth without bringing her name up. She's been cracking truth over people's heads for quite some time, and she's been in meltology for quite some time. And in fact, she is the one who coined the phrase meltology. Thanks to Jen, we are now meltologists, uh, studying the exploration of melted buildings, as defined as from Jen True Seeker 69. Check her out. Check out her channel. Check her out on in the group. Check out the group if you have not. Once again, ran by Shapu. He is the founder of All Mountains Are Melted Brick Buildings, and Mountains Are Melted Brick Buildings. One is public, one is private. Join both, join one. Or, like I said, if you like boots on the ground, if you like to do your own work, and understanding that boots on the ground is a very vital piece of meltology, in my opinion, it's going to be one that's going to be a key factor in many years to come. Meltology, meltology being new, we have to use pictures like this, which define great meltology. But when boots on the ground get there, they're not worried about this. They're in these cracks and crevices. They're getting up close and impersonal. So it's very important, boots on the ground. 10 years from now, we're going to have pictures like this, that things we just don't see because people are going to be doing the work, boots on the ground. So get out there, take the pictures, boots on the ground, slide over to Mark's group, drop them off over there, so we can all be astonished. Anyway, let's get started with this. Right away, we see this here, tanks, right? This here is the, because the story they give you behind these places, you've already, before you got here, you've looked them up and you've already envisioned this place being a battleground. So when you get here, they have to keep the psychic going so you don't ask questions, because right away you're coming in with the knowledge that this here was a great piece of history, a battlefield in the middle of frickin' nowhere. What are they fighting for? Nothing. Look around here. There's nothing. Nothing desirable right here. You don't want this property even today. There's nothing over there.
Oh no, brother, but you know what they did took? All the minerals and the gold, and they keep digging and digging it for
Oh,
that.
of course, of course. This here is to keep you out, but with the real, of course, you're right on. They do go into these places, and just like now, you go in, you might get lucky and find some. We see it all the time. People going in these metal detectors. It's all been melted over. This was a building that someone lived at, worked at, did whatever they did back then. This is a building. Whether it was a power grid or a piece of the power grid, whatever it was not this. This shit here goes 100 yards, and this is a valley. This what are you doing? You're doing nothing. You're protecting nothing. This is nothing. But this is what they do because in history they've already taught us about all this shit, and to keep the lie going, all these places are part of the lie. They all have a history behind them, a fake history behind them. So you spend your money to go there, and then you feel like you're in the battlefield. You think you're the general. You think you're doing this stuff that never happened, never took place. So it's important. But you see behind it the structure and the melt back here. And let me bump that up some.
Okay, a little parenthesis right now. Salutes to James Britton. We got James
Big
Britton in
James!
the house.
Big James! Best name out there. What's up, buddy? And look at this. This almost looks like it might have been an aperture. It's hard to tell because this chunk broke off. But once again, this is important for them to put this in all these places we see all over this flat plane. We see props. And the props are to keep you dumbed down. That's all. Brick lines up here. That's all they are is props.
Yeah, evident.
More props. Very important to have this up here so you can try to picture the Oregon Trail and going across it, and you have your oxen and you're pulling your carts. But at the same time, there's buildings that are 10 stories, 20 stories high, fully functioning all around the realm, and they're telling you at that time they had this shit here going. At the time of Tartaria that we know is out there, they had this shit. People going 50 miles a year because of the snow. Not traveling very far, making campsite, calling it home to get from one state to another. Get out of here. We're done with that narrative and that crap. It's just all lies. Nobody's traveling at any time with this shit. This is all fake. It's all fake. Nobody
Yeah.
ever traveled with this shit. Ever, never. I mean, they might do it today if they're in some remote area, Tibet or something, just because they have this damn thing. But they're only going across the street, man. They're farming. They're doing the farming. They're not fucking traveling nowhere. You know, you never do that. First of all, these things eat every day. They eat. They
All the
eat more
time.
than you. They eat more than you and I eat. What are you feeding them? You'd have to have a train of these things just to feed these damn things. Food and water. Because once they stop, you're stuck.
Yeah.
That's like your
Okay.
car breaking down in the middle. You don't put no gas when you're stuck.
Yeah, like how you expect a herbivore or you a being that eats plants only to develop such a massive
Hmm.
muscular body. Well, it's like you say, it's spending a lot of time trying to pick up the proteins from the ground, and you know they're gonna shit a lot.
Oh, and
So,
remember, they're traveling in the snow also. They're traveling that Oregon Trail, and that bad weather stops, and they got to hunker down. Well, there's no grass to eat. It's covered in snow. So it's
no
just
way.
it's just the lies that they fed through us of this shit. Instead of telling us it's a melted building, probably some type of conductor or whatever, transistor, whatever, melted the shit,
Yep.
break lines, and it's sinking down. You got all this here, expanded out. It is what it is. We'll call it what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Nobody ever traveled nowhere in this shit. This is all stage. This is TV props. This is what you see Western movie, cowboy movie. That's all this shit is. Nobody's going nowhere in this. Never. Never, never, never. Except for around town for photo shoots and stuff to make it look real. You know, oh, I want to get one because they did it back then, but they never did. It's a lie. So you go out and buy one of these things for $7,000 and refurbish and think you did something. This is junk. This is the real thing here, and they're hiding the truth here with this shit, with these lies. They cover them up with the lies. And look, right here, red brick, red brick, bricky, bricky, bricky. We don't care what you say, people. We know what it is. And soon everyone will that has the eyes to see and the ears to listen. All you got to do is take a look. And once again, what's this say? Before the X Factor, it was all red brick. Now, some people may think, oh, they remodeled. This ain't a remodel job, people. You don't, this shit here, this would never be a
Mm-mm.
remodel job. They do
No.
better work than this. They don't just slap this shit in here. This doesn't even go with the rest of the exterior. If anything, that slaps some shit like this in here to make it look conformative. It's all the same. You got bits and pieces here. Let me blow that up some. Boom, right here, bits and pieces. Bits and pieces. Up here, bits and pieces. It's all brick. Bricky, bricky, bricky. And then the same picture without the markings on it if you guys want to blow it up and examine it. Once again, good old tricky bricky. When you say, okay, well, they did this because whatever reason, they came in later and did this, right? See, the thing is we've been taught something else. So right away we want to be defensive. We want to put our guard up and start fighting when someone tells us something because it's not our it's not in our belief system that we've been taught. So we want to be defensive all of a sudden, right? So we say, oh no no no, these are the hominids. They carved this because this structure here is all carved. And most structures they look like this. They tell you they were hand carved, but you see the bricks in them. And this is where boots in the ground is important because we're finding bricks like this. Imagine what's in here that people walk by because they think, oh yeah, they did a repair job. What are you repairing here? Right? You got to ask yourself, what are you repairing? Let's go to the next bit. It's up here. This repair job is up. These people down here. Where's that lady at? Oh, she's behind here. She's down here. She's below this wall. See this lady right here? Another lady right here. So they're down.
Yeah.
The fuck? They came up here to put these bricks up here. Come on, people. You gotta think about it.
Yeah. What's that archway doing there?
It's way up here. It's 20 feet up in the air at least. So
The,
we
the,
know it's not just because it was some. See, the other picture makes you think it's a cave and they just wanted to make it look nice to get in, right?
yeah. Is that the thing that you was talking about before? The doors to Narnia?
The what?
Doors to Narnia?
Yeah,
Yeah, like you put a step on it, and if you don't enter Narnia, you enter your death.
that's it. I mean, look at this. Come on, people. It's all melted. We got stairs over here. Where they carving this stuff. No one's carving. Oh, and you know what? I didn't bring any stairs, but tomorrow I have pictures of stairs. And you see these stairs here. And the reason why I put these stairs in the other pictures is because the narratives that we get. All these buildings have narratives. And it's how and if, depending on the narrative, how good it is, it's going to depend on how much tourism comes over here. Was this John the Baptist walk through here, right? I want to walk the steps of John the Baptist. I want to walk the steps of Jesus. The Roman soldiers went through. Well, there's a staircase, and I can't remember where it is. It for some reason it comes to mind that it's these narratives are some of the best things you get out of these fucking places. Just reading the narratives, they're so fucking dumb. But there's one of them that, and I think it's the Statue of Liberty, and I may be wrong. It's the inside. There's a staircase, goes down wherever, fucking underneath the Statue of Liberty, and I think that's where it is. And they're all fucked up, right? And it said the narrative is like I don't know, 50,000 soldiers had to go march through there. Really?
Huh.
The problem is you're telling me that after you walk down your stairs at 50,000 times, it should look like this, or is it only if a soldier walks down it? But here we are somewhere else with a different narrative and got the same fucking damage, right? And I got steps that I'm showing tomorrow. This in a whole different place. The same thing. It's a narrative that they put on one building, but it's the same damage you see everywhere. So
Mm,
that's how ridiculous these narratives are.
yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Is
Brick love
that
that.
or is it that they made an adaptation? I mean, stairs for the bolts, so they
Right.
can raise both up their stairs or something like that.
Exactly.
Because you get these mark in the middle, and it's obviously like
Hmm.
when you melt, when you pick a candle and you turn it on, and then you mess it up, and in one side is gonna be spilling the paraffin. So it's
Exactly.
always in that part that was damaged first, and the river of melt runs down there and keeps by the heat it keeps melting that part.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
Right. Okay. Uh, just to say, we got the Tartarian meltdown in the house.
Tartarian, what is up? You gotta check out that Tartarian Meltdown
Okay.
documentary. Introductory to Meltology, simplifying Meltology. I went on it yesterday, I think. Yesterday or the day before I was fucking around, and I start going through these videos and stuff because there's so much shit out there that I miss. And I went on the Tartarian Meltdown. But something weird was going on when I went on it. It was actually somebody. I think somebody put it in the group, and I clicked on it. Um, but I started hitting commercials or something. Man, what the fuck is going on over here? Man, get out of here! So I went straight to his straight to his homepage. It's been a while. It's nice to you watch stuff again after you haven't watched it in a while. Um, sometimes it's nice to catch up and then you see things that you didn't see. So
Yeah.
you gotta check out the documentary, part one and part two. Still waiting for part three. It's a lot of work. I don't know how some of these guys do it, guys and girls. There's so much work in this working on the computer and doing this thing here that I mean, I'm back at it once a week, and I've been able to do a lot of research. But shit, now that I'm back at it once a week, man, I found myself scrounging around to try and get some stuff ready. Anyway, man, let me break this down real quick. You got an aperture right here. You got a doorway right here. You go in here, you fucking come out here. It is what it is, man. Why do you have this here once again? And why are you carving? Because this is what they tell you. They carve this, right? Why would you ever carve when you know how to work in brick? Does that make any sense? That makes absolutely no sense at all. We're gonna put this here, then we're gonna bust through here and do all this work here. Go level to level. Look how tall this is right here. I mean, this is probably a 10 to 15-foot doorway. Up here, we're up to a good 25, 30 feet. Now you're way up here and you're just digging like a damn termite. Come on, people. It doesn't work that way. Not even in today's age with power tools. You would never go into a place like this if I gave you a chipping hammer, which is much better. It's just a handheld jackhammer, not a heavy one. It's just a handheld one. You would fucking give up right away. And in this era, they're using fucking picks and shovels and bones and sticks or whatever. So it's just ridiculous until you know what it really is. You see all these little mini cubers in here. Look at them all. This is all electric current going through. This shit's getting cooked. It's going ziggity. It's cooking, trying to get this action here to go cuber, and we see this everywhere. But look at these blocks down here that are cooked out. Melted giraffe, higher than a giraffe. You
And
gotta check out
chilling.
his page too. You still got your page up, buddy? Your YouTube?
Bro, no, I don't got it, but I kept all the videos. I didn't delete them, and I can show anytime from here, like right now, the things that maybe wasn't too clear, or the things that maybe the people is still not convinced of. You know?
Well, you had some stuff on your thing. You had some music and stuff also on there, which was
Oh
nice.
yeah, yeah. We can
Um,
play later on if you want.
well, I'm just giving a plug for the people to go on your page and check you out.
All right.
Yeah, here's a tower right here, cooked out with some type of component probably, some type of breaker fuse component, but it's cooked out. You see the block lines all through it. It's nothing different than we see all over the realm that's been cooked, viciously cooked. And once again, viciously cooked. Pocket of survival on the stairs. No one came and cut these in here just for the fuck of it. So you can have a place to walk on top of this in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? No one's coming around doing this. I have nothing to do for the next 50 years. I'm gonna put this here on something that's not mine, just to do it, so the
Yeah,
next group of people can have a good time.
yeah, like you're walking all over there, and then someone tells you, "Hey, welcome to the stair of the Nothing Rock. This is the Nothing Rock, and
And
it's formed naturally."
we see stairs everywhere. Alchemos did a thing on stairs. He did a nice little piece. Stairs everywhere. Um, Middle of nowhere, you see stairs. I don't care where you're walking. You're walking in the middle of the woods, and you think someone put some fucking stairs in there for you. Oh yeah, look, just make it easy. Add a stone. No, it's one thing to have a path cut through where everyone's walking. That's natural. This ain't natural. Comes up here, then diverts. This is not. These are 500 pound slabs, 1,000 pound slabs. This one here is probably 250 pounds. It's half of this right here. This huge one right here, probably 1,000 pounds, easy. We're moving that shit. Look at this one down here, man. Please, come on, people. Come on, people. This. So you just dug through here, and then someone else came around and said, you know what? How you doing, neighbor? And then someone else came, and it's just start. You're like, damn. As soon as I got here, now everyone knows about this place because this is soft rock, right? It looks soft, right? You just go take a bite out of it. You ever get hit in the head with a soft rock? Man, I'm glad that was a soft rock. Shh. Ain't nothing soft about this shit. Cut lines everywhere. This is once again, it's that charge going through. No one would ever attempt to go through here. I mean, maybe like surface if you went over here with a metal detector and found some money. But if it went off and told you it's 10 feet in, you could go look somewhere else. You're not digging through here unless you knew it was a treasure. That's different. If you're looking for some fucking $1 billion treasure, but you just ding 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 ding, and you have a little detector that tells you how deep it is, 10 feet. Oh no, we don't mess around with that. We go to the next one. Surface, mortar lines. It's over here. Oh look over here, starting to open up. Look at that. Looks like a person. Is that a person right there? What the hell is that? Let me bump that up. No, it's not a person, but it's an opening over here. You see the brick lines going through. I don't know what that is.
Ooh,
But
yeah,
that's
there's
that's
something
an opening.
like a jar or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You look hard enough, boy, you start seeing shit. We see it all the time, all the time. And here's the inside. You think someone just came in here and said, "Let's this fucking tunnel with it." And they always make you see these things like this, and you see a big old rock over here in the middle of something like they couldn't move that, but they're able to put 20, 30 foot, 50 foot archway ceilings like it's nothing. Not never just barely getting in. Those are the ones that say, "Oh yeah, these people here, they couldn't get in, but then you get in and the ceilings are 80 feet tall." It's like, man, that thing's they didn't dig that small. Yeah, that's just so their enemy couldn't get in. Get the fuck out of here, shit. You imagine coming home every day and got to go through a tube to get into your big living room.
Huh.
That just been melted. Look, I mean, look at this. Look how high this is up here. I mean, and they slapped this in here. Come on, look at it right here. What is this right here? Big old chunk of brick. They're doing nothing.
Yeah, wow. Look how it turned that door in the middle. It's
And look
twisted.
right there. Can you see back there? It's blended into the so-called stone. Watch this.
Yeah, it's twisted, bro. It's
Right here.
like it turned like also by the pressure of the both melt, and bam, left side is more affected.
Oh yeah. But right here, you can see it in this right here. And look right here. You can see this honeycomb effect right here. These viscous holes comes
Mm.
down. You can catch this brick right here protruding out from it. I don't know if this is a wall away from this or if this here is part of this. It's hard to tell in this pic. And once again, that's why that boots on the ground is so important. Is this brick to me looks like it's actually touched here. Where this here, you can see this is away from the wall. This here looks like it's part of the wall because these striations right here. Let me bump that up again. Striations right here behind this vegetation. Looks like brick line. It's wavy down here. But anyway, it's
Yeah,
jacked
that
up.
rocks. Yeah, it's jacked up. That rock looks exactly like paraffin, bro. Like when you get a rock and it spills. The same thing that you get a candle and you just burn it and it's gonna look the same. People
Right
don't
on.
understand that this is all connected. Time and matter are the same. When you mess with the configuration of matter, it doesn't matter what kind of object it is. It's gonna melt down eventually. The word, I mean, the question is how long it's going to take. And then we started thinking about not only how it started, but also how did it stop so fast, right?
Right.
Like it froze up.
Yeah, the heat's definitely going to dictate the matter um, of the material. I mean, like you said, if it heats up hot enough, it's going to melt.
Yeah, and if you don't
Melt,
want to
burn. It's
melt, just leave it there, and it will melt.
yeah. Look at this. You got all this brick over here, and on this side, look at this side. There's a small wall up here. What's going on? It should be like this down here. All expanded and melted out. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Did they rebuild this thing? I doubt it. But you got a tower right here in the mount. You got all kind of stuff in that mount.
Yeah.
I can't
Wow.
get too close. But this is all structure here. It's open, open structure, open, sliding down. Now it's all rocked up. But this is a
Yeah.
blurred picture, so we're not going to spend too much time with that one.
Whoa, but the walls uh, up there is kind of an indicator the massive size of the whole thing. Yeah,
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
look at this whole chunk. This is a
Yeah.
castle. They call it a castle. I don't know what part is the castle or just the whole thing. I forget what name it is. Castle something. I was like, okay, well, where's the castle at? Is this whole goddamn thing? Shit. Man, I mean, we know it was one building at one time, but what's all this stuff inside? Did they rebuild in here? I mean, or reconfigure some of these buildings? Or is it all dead? Right, it looks dead from up here, but shit, you never know. We've seen some places look dead, and then fucking people running around over there like, oh shit. But yeah, this looks doesn't look convenient to anything unless all this was a grocery store in the Walmart, then you'd be okay. But if this ain't the Walmart, man, it's time to pack up and go. You're not getting nothing delivered out there. Look up here, you can still see it in this. Unfortunately, this is kind of a blurred picture too. Not the best picture, but you can clearly see up here that this here is the same as down here. You can see the balloon rocking right here, and this piece as it goes up. The same as this wall here is this piece up here. Where these shitty pictures come from? Shit. Jeez. Now this place has been remodeled. Um, it's been not remodeled, but what's it called? Refurbished. Is that what it's called? Revamped, refurbished, or um,
Repurposed.
I don't know about.
All
Well,
that
definitely
shit.
repurposed, but it's been fixed. That hole in the walls there, not no in there. There's a roof on it now over here in this building. I got some pictures of it. We're gonna get to it. It's been renovated. That's the word I'm looking for. I think renovated. They put some money in it. What does that mean? That means that the lie is working. People are showing up. People are paying that entry fee, and with the money, and all them places probably some type of church, so they all get the fucking tax breaks and stuff. There's no way you can afford a building like this. It has to generate some money, or you have to have a tax, some type of break or something. Because hell, just to keep electricity on, in the waterfront. Yeah, all these buildings got to have water that are occupied, not these crappy ones, but these ones that you see these huge churches in the middle of nowhere, these middle of the deserts or these rocky areas. They all got facilities working in their water, toiletry and stuff. These people live there.
Yeah, and look at it this way. After the disaster, they left a lot of doors locked up in brick, a
Yes,
brick
sir.
that was also affected by the melt, but not enough to let the ceiling the entry open. That lets me know that
Closed up.
somehow they managed to get back to the lands after the melt, and they just walk around and find a place that is repurposable, and they suddenly they say like, let's say that this worth 50 100 million dollars,
Yeah.
and
Louis
then
the Third,
and then Louis the Third, and
Marie Antoinette.
and let's say it's ours, and then let's ask money for the people if they wanna visit it, or
Yeah.
if they wanna yeah,
Yeah, that
right.
one of the places I posted today. It was a place in Wyoming or Nebraska. It was, yeah, Nebraska. I'm sorry. Um, and it was a museum. I took the museum part off. I was trying to get the damn building in the back or the melted building in the background. And of course, when I typed into the name or I spoke it into the to the thing, when you speak it in, it comes up and it says, the museum hours are blah blah blah. It's $8 an entry, even though the $8 may not seem worth it, or some shit like that. I'm like, what?
Huh.
You get a lot for it. I'm like, yeah, boy, that gift shop. That's what
If
one person said. The gift shop's real nice, good souvenirs, and that's how these places make money. They have
mm-hmm.
to have the lie, and then they on the lie they make the souvenirs and the trinkets and all that stuff off of the lie. T-shirts
Yeah.
and shit.
If I really wanted to see that place in the inside, my soul alone would do it, and with that $8, I buy a hot dog. I'm
Yeah,
not
but
gonna
a
pay
lot of
them,
funny.
give them my money, bro. But everyone else, everyone has this itch for knowing what is inside and stuff, and
Well,
most of
it's
these
not so
places,
much the itch. I think it's the anticipation because you've heard other people that went there. Nowadays, you get to read about it before you go there. You're looking at pictures on the
mm,
internet. You
yeah,
know the story behind it. You know something, or you travel to a town you never been to, and you want to go on sightseeing. And the first thing they do is you know, this is plugged in. Oh, what is going on here? That's weird. It is plugged in. Um, the guide will take you somewhere and they'll tell you that Alibaba lived here and his 40 wives and or the thieves of whatever whatever story. They won't never tell you the truth because then it's not worth it. It's like, oh, that's it. What? I want my $8 back. I'm gonna get that
yeah,
fucking dog with milk the giraffe.
yeah. That's how you talk, bro. That's the attitude. Hey, welcome to Shipu Frukish Research My Research, and he's right here. Hello, brother. I've seen Alkimos is also right there
Oh, what's up?
lurking as
What's up?
always.
Thanks for grabbing that chat for me. Yeah, we got Frucus in the house. Shapu, research my research. Once again, as I said earlier, the group, very important. Join the group. All mountains that you see back here are melted buildings that you see up here. Pockets of
Yeah,
survival. This one here has been refurbished, what I say that word was? Refurbished or whatever. It's been redone. It's the same one. Has a new roof on it. Those other pictures I showed, there's no roof on it. And they probably acquired some good money and the lie is continuing and now they're in the middle of nowhere making money. And you see the
yeah,
secretion here. Jen, as I mentioned before many times, to her it seems like it might be roofing material that has melted down, which makes sense. Some type of, um, like we use now, we use hot tar and stuff on roofs. So it could be something secreting from the top, but it's definitely secretion. We see it all the time. Inside's the same thing. And look at this shit right here coming down, all bubbly. Inside's the same thing.
Yeah,
Melted, deformed, cooked.
it's been Narnialized.
I must have went through all the shitty pictures I had just to get rid of them. Showed this picture last time. We got a building here and the rest of the building back here. Um, what appears to maybe be some brick lines over here.
Bro, I wonder what kind of structure would they have attached to the doors to Narnia, because well, we know we was talking about stepping forward and you fall, right? But obviously that wasn't like that in the back. What kind of structure could have been attached to those? Like maybe these bridges made of rope or something like that. I don't
Could be.
know.
Speaking of Shapu, this was I got this from Shapu's. Um, and I think this is I just had the video up earlier. I think it's the same place. But anyway, great picture, great evidence. Join the group. You see evidence like this every day being dropped. You see down here, this is the brick ash. This is the same as up here. It's melting downward. You see it melting. All brickwork. Inside, internals, all brick. Look at the expansion of the bricks. Look how thick it is. No metal in here. In my opinion, that's the difference of an original building. When I say original, I'm talking about when this place that we call home, earth, whatever, was constructed and turned on. This building was part of the original build. And let's say this place went 1,000 years before it was corrupted and burnt, melted. In that 1,000 years, there's new buildings being built by man now. This here wasn't built by man. There's nobody coming out building this. I say it before. The same person built this is the same person who built the dome. If you know anything about the dome and you're not questioning who built the dome, you should never question who built this. Because if you know who built the dome, that same fucking person did this, people. There's nobody came out here and started building this shit. This wasn't an empty slate. This place was already constructed, and then we inhabited it. Okay,
Yeah,
just like your
exactly.
fish, you put them in a fish tank. It has all the shit in there. You don't just throw them into a empty tank. No, you already get your design and shit already in there, and that's how this place was. The buildings that you see with the metal in them, first of all, they're not thick brick like this. This is look how thick this is. They're not as many layers, and then you see metal in there. That came after, but before the melt. After the melt, you don't see this shit. But during the melt, there are numerous buildings that have wood and metal, in my opinion, because we don't see that many of them. Number one, I've looked at tens of thousands of pictures. Every now and then you'll come across some metal, and those buildings look relatively new when you look at the brick, the structure. They look new compared to this. And
Yeah.
this was definitely cooked.
Yesterday I saw a movie, but only a part, like a little part. Um, it was about this fever of finding the mummy. They
Hmm.
supposedly they all get into a fever that they gotta work like all the week and desperate all the time to find the mummy. Why are these guys trying to push to adore certain individual that may did this or did that? If you actually get to dig all as deep as you can, you're gonna find lots of dead people, lots of bones of
Oh yeah.
all
Well,
kind of
what
people.
you used to refer to the soup? What do you
Oh,
call it?
the melt juice.
The milk juice. Yeah, that's it. That is it.
Yeah, yeah.
Great
You
picture, Shapu. Shapu's always deep researcher, deep research. Great stuff. Yeah, join the group, guys. If you haven't, guys and girls, if you haven't joined the group, I can't express it enough. You have to join the group. It is a game changer. It's knowledge, it's information, it's suppressed information. All this, look at this. Why would you build this place here and put this shit right here on it? If you know, I mean, come on, people, you have to think. What is this? This isn't mud flood. You can't say this is mud flood. These are bricks, expanded out, cooked.
Yep.
Mud flood? There is no mud flood. We have landslides. Yes, landslides. And when that land slides, it has a lot of dirt and mud and trees and water and shit in it. But you have to say what is mud? It's the decomposing of the brick,
Yeah, and
dustified.
like I said, not only brick. In many situations, it also has parts of bones embedded in the
Oh
brick.
yeah, of everything. You're right. Yeah, those old buggies we saw, those oxen and those crates that they're supposedly pulling, and cannons and all that shit.
Yep.
But look at this. This here, other than being painted, it's the same as this. It looks like this. It don't look like this. It looks like this shit up here. It's doing the zigzag. It's doing the dance, the crazy dance. It's getting cooked. Oh, another blurry picture. This is the same place, but this is before the remodel. And you see the well, I have a picture of this that actually I have a picture of this whole thing. It was all actually intact. But once again, the money for these places here, they come from donations. The state, the country, they don't pay for shit like this. There's no money from. These are usually most of the time. I mean, maybe the state might take it if it's some national monument and shit like that, but most of the time, the money is gathered from people like you and me. People come and ask for donations, and they get money because some good-willed person wants to bring this back to back to what it used to look like and whatnot. And there's no money in it. You only make money once you get the paperwork to this to say, hey, I can rent this out now. I can make money off it. It's mine, or I'm the manager. I own it. You can't fucking own anything. At least out here. But you know what I mean. Where you can at least open up a business there and you can start selling them that lie, getting them flyers put out and stuff that this is where Alibaba used to hang out. It has to be something good, And this is it afterwards. You see the hole's gone. I think it was on this side, the hole in there. There's a roof on here, and if you're in the group, you guys go slide on my profile on there. You'll see the whole group of these pictures, and you'll see the scaffolding up here where they're doing the work and they're putting all this shit on here. But look at over here. Look at this damage. It's all cooked out. You can see right here where they've refurbished it, trying to get this thing back together. Probably using old material. But you can make this shit. You can make cast and stuff of this stuff to make it. Look at this. Why would you build with this fucking 10,000 pound fucking boulder right there? How do you work with it? We're just gonna go around it and just leave it there. But they're digging into this like it's nothing, and you can't move this. That's the ironic thing. They have no problem going in here in places like this. Nothing.
Oh, never mind. That's artistical.
But a little thing like this, you can knock this out in like 20, 30 minutes. Turn it to rubble like this. Oh man. And I forget the name of this place. It's in the group also, guys. Check it out. Um, and I didn't even read what it's supposed to be. But first of all, you got all the. First of all, you look down here, you see this immaculate craftsmanship down here. It's like what is all this shit down here? I mean, you would never build this for this shit. This is in a dungeon. It's down below. I got some more
Yeah.
pictures of that. We'll get to it. Um, Rock curtain over melted down structure, doorways. And this one, look how short it is. It's all melted downward, filled in, melted. You're not gonna, and they'll tell you, oh, this a bunch of midgets lived here. They got so many damn stupid stories. This is the hominids, or something.
The seven midgets
And they're doing the same work. They're putting in doorways and columns and all
that
this stuff. Like it's,
they took on a lady and they didn't rape him.
yeah,
They
yeah,
didn't rape
exactly.
her. And
All
then
7 of them. One of them was even on dope, and the other one was happy. and none of them had a reason to be happy. Yeah, right. And here we go again. This actually came up on in some other pictures I was researching and found out this wasn't even part of the group, but it was in the pictures that were supposed to be. But I'm like, oh well, let me grab it because once again, why are you building on this? What is this? Looks like a damn birdhouse or something. I mean, what do we got going on here? What is this shit? He just went up here and said, well, I'm gonna put a church up here on the rock. Be careful coming up the ramp. I mean, what is this? Makes you wonder. You wonder what is going through these people's mind. We know what it is.
Wow.
We know what it is.
Este,
And this one here, I forgot to throw in the group. It was I. Sometimes when you're collecting evidence, sometimes you can download a picture, and sometimes you got to screenshot it. This one was a download, and it went into a different area. Where did I see this little blur that I got up here anyway? Um, and this was what do they call this damn thing? I just put it up today, something rock or something. But we know what it is. It's a component, melted down component. A-frames melting down, brick lines back here. All this that you think you're walking on terra firma is nothing more than brick ash. Brick line going across. Look at that going straight across. This is in Nebraska. And you got to ask yourself, why is it every time we see these immaculate, supposedly immaculate forts, these um, castles, why they always got this shit on them?
yeah,
No matter where you go, it's like the same builder. Put this shit on every one of them. You just can't get away from this shit.
yeah. Yeah, just burn it up, make it all a cracker, and then splash a little ice cream on it.
I mean, you want this beautiful place to stand out in the middle of freaking nowhere, but you got this wart on it. I mean, you see it all the time. It's like, what the? Well, we know what it is, but they can't explain that. They won't explain it. They want you to think, yeah, they built around it. They couldn't
Oh
build next
yeah,
to it. They
and
couldn't
you get
build over here. All this
yeah,
land. They just had to pick the worst spot.
and if you didn't read and if you didn't read the books, they're gonna say, oh no, you're a jerk, and you go study, go prepare yourself. You're stupid, and
Oh, you know that. You know the bashing is always out there. Anytime you're talking truth, you better be thick skinned because you're gonna get bashed. Anytime you're talking, I don't care what it is. If
mhm.
you're talking truth, people are gonna look at you like you're a nut.
Yeah,
Unless they're into the truth. That's But if they're
yes.
if they're brainwashed, good luck. You guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys check out the live stream um, that Jen puts on. Jen and Shapu, they're usually teamed up most of the time, and they got good stuff going on. Check them out. Stay stay on top of your game. Um, Check out Mark's group. Once again, Boots on the Ground, Bloodhound. Check out Meltology's Boots on the Ground. If you're out there and you see something, you take a picture of it, drop it off in the group. Also, drop it off in the Boots on the Ground group as well. Um, Stay on top of your game so we can bust them when we see pictures like this. And you're thinking someone just came up here and you know decide to make this look a little bit better. Doesn't it look so much better with this shit right here with than without it? I mean, come on. Perfect. Just what we needed. When can we
Professional
sign the When
decorator.
can we sign the lease?
Became a professional decorator.
Look at the viscosity on here. Look how cooked out this place is. The viscosity all over. Cooking like this pancakes. Pop, 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 pop. Heat popping off.
With the
Rock currently
popcorn.
expanding. Trying to balloon rock. Look at that. And another one. Look at the bricks here. I'm going to zoom that up some. First of all, look at the blocks here. Bricks turning block. Everything's red brick, and now we have it in block form. Um, there was another picture I was trying to grab earlier, and I couldn't get it. It was a video I seen, and it had a building in there. They had some good shit on it. It's like, holy shit. I started trying to screenshot it and try to locate. I couldn't find the building. Um, but anyway, and the reason why I was trying to get it because it was all blocked up like this, but it had a couple blocks with the red brick slats that were pretty large. And of course, your first thought is, oh yeah, they did a repair, because that's what that's what we're gonna think until you become a meltologist and you know what it is. And you know when you see stuff like this isn't just rubble, and this looks like shit that you find at the lake. All these little pebbles and rocks and shit in here. Once again, look at what they're building. And you'd have to ask yourself, this here looks like a fine piece of work. It doesn't look like something that you just slap together a little clubhouse. This looks like some precise engineering, right? It looks very intrigued when you see this archway that was supposed to be an archway, and another one going this way at this fork right here. And you say, well, what the frick are they doing? What are they using? There's all this shit up in here. What is this? You just slap this stuff in here and just throw some mortar over it, or what? I don't think so. This precise engineer. Does this look precise to you? Should look like it's gonna crumble.
Yeah, at any moment.
And you're paying for this in the middle of nowhere. You're gonna come back and want to shoot somebody. Look at the stucco still on it. Look at the stucco. We got bits of stucco still on there.
Yep.
Yeah, nothing precise about that. Back over here. Once again, you look at the trend. See, we talk about these transitions all the time, and this is why it's important. And I've made this statement before, and I like to make it because one day someone's going to see this and say, "Oh, this guy, okay, I'm going to show it to him," and that's what I'm looking for. Um, when we talk about what's that petrified wood and these tree stumps, right? There's a lot of people out there that these tree huggers. They think that they're rocks that they've turned. And I'm not trying to bash anyone. I'm not saying it. All I'm saying is I haven't seen it yet. I've seen things that are supposed to be petrified wood, yes. What I have not seen is a transition. Half wood, half rock. That's what I'm looking for. Just like in this picture here, you can clearly see the transitioning down here, up here, as it transitions to what? Look at this. Boom. It is bleeding into this. Bleeding
Yep.
right into it. And we see it all the time. We have examples better than this, where you will have patches of this up here and this shit in between, or a patch of this like here up in here, just like in this picture. You see patches, or this place, maybe not here. You have big patches of it, and I just haven't seen that yet in the and I haven't went looking. So if anyone's out there that has some of that evidence of these petrified trees, petrified wood, whatever, and it's also uh, uh, part wood and part rock, very interesting, because that will be a game. That will change the game in this here. It will help us. It's not gonna put us back. It will put us. It'll keep us going forward. But right now, there's a division of people thinking that a lot of this stuff. They look at this, say, "Oh yeah, I see a tree up here," and going, "What the fuck?" I mean, it is what it is. That's what they see, but I just don't see it. It looks like that's it. That's it. Boom. Get up out of there.
Nice.
Thanks. All right, where we at? Let me get this down. Remove. Let's see. Give me just a second here. Cancel that. Okay. Remove that. There we go. Ha! All right. Back in the studio. Man, that wasn't too bad. They said people that was just a little last minute thing. Wanted to get a little bit of more practice in before tomorrow and get a few things out there. Um, Chit chat with the fellas, catch up,
Yeah,
and just I've only seen small pieces of wood and rock. Still looking for the big one. Mm. What's up, our melted reality? I've only
yeah,
seen pieces of wood and rock. Still looking.
yeah. Was checking the chat. There he is.
Yeah. Once again, people, if you're doing, if you're getting into meltology, we have Mark in the house. I'm going to emphasize once again, if you guys are doing boots on the ground, definitely, definitely join the group. Um, join the Facebook group, Boots on the Ground Meltology. Boots on the ground is very, very important part of meltology. Right now, we just don't have enough people doing it. And there's quite a few people that are starting to do it. And what I mean by that is just, specializing in the meltology part of it, looking for that evidence beyond the the pics that we take, just the
Yep.
tourist pics. And
By themselves.
yeah, and the more people start doing boots on the ground, the more evidence is going to be more clearly because this here is concentrating on meltology, where the tourist shots are looking for that pretty scenery shot, the Big Bend, the one that everyone's seen. You can go up there and see tens of thousands of the same picture, almost the same exact spot. Um, the meltologists are going in front of those people and going up and getting behind where it says "Do not enter." Um, caution, and we're looking for something totally different. So it's very important to continue boots on the ground and to get out there and do boots on the ground and get that evidence that you're not going to find on on uh, on the search engines because they're not the tourist shots. So they're the back shots that no one's looking for that you think, oh, they did a repair back here. Look at all these bricks back here. What's going on? And this is exposing more of the lie by doing the boots on the ground. So definitely get out there, do your due diligence, and do your boots on the ground, so we can even get more and more superior evidence. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got also Patty, but I mean not in the chat, but she Patty Gosling. She is doing boots on the ground too. She started all of a sudden directly going herself to some places that she knew about or she remembered that had these transitions between brick and rocks. So she captured a lot of interesting things, and also many places that were deactivated out of nowhere,
Mm-hmm.
and and they explained that no, it's just too old. We gotta demolish it,
Yes.
right? And then she could like even catch the people or the security guards. They're very suspicious about the demolitions of these buildings, and they were made of red brick too. And I didn't think that they needed to be demolished really, and they was demolished as she said. And as a
Get rid of the
fact,
evidence. Yeah.
yeah, get rid of the evidence. Simple. They don't want the people to see transition things anymore. But it's not gonna be enough, dude, because the melt happened I mean, everywhere in the flat realm,
Yes.
and you go and you're gonna find evidence, even if if you're a baby, or you're mid age, or if you're an old person, eventually you gotta see, and you're gonna see it, evidence. So that doesn't matter that they demolish couple buildings there or here. The evidence, they can't get rid of it, really. And man, you know that I go deeper in every aspect. Even if people like it or not, there's way to see the past, and there's way to see the future, and you're going to see it anywhere. And this is too too obvious at the moment, so we're not gonna discuss with nobody. uh, we're not gonna really do discussions, but more like just sharing evidence, like now, like James, and he's presenting some of his exclusive findings in out in the web.
You can
And
find those in the group.
yeah, you can find them in the group. So go
Join the group,
find.
people. They're
Yeah,
at the
join
bottom.
the
Check
group.
it out down there. Join the groups.
Yep, two groups.
Should be three down there.
All right.
Should be all three of them. But hey, it doesn't matter what group you join. You got to go join one. As long as you join one and you know what's going on. Hey, that's all that counts. Join all of them though. Um, but if there's something you find in a different one, if you don't want to be part of the group, you want to be come in, slide in, through the back door and check it out. Slide into the public group. You know, that's what it's there for. Come check it out because once it gets in your head, it's gonna stay there. It doesn't matter what you think. You can think we're crazy, this and that. You're never gonna forget it. And every time you see one of these places, you're gonna say, "Nah, that crazy person said this is a damn mountain. This is a melted
Yep.
building. I mean, this mountain is a melted building." And pretty soon you're gonna say, "Hmm, it looks like one, but damn, okay, you're not gonna get rid of it. So it's there to stay. So that's what we do. We're opening the door and giving you an understanding of your reality of what it really is. We've been
Yeah.
lied to. You don't have to
Sometimes.
accept it. It's not gonna change.
Yeah. Sometimes they have been tried to like to get rid of some, for example, and there is a big mountain, and they start digging and digging, seeing what they're gonna find, paying a lot of money for finding the things that are hidden there. And they want to later on get rid of it, but it turns out that they are still solid pyramids, like in Mexico.
Yes.
And the only thing they do is actually showing the evidence. So because they dig it and they find out that it's still perfect. I mean, it has obviously the grayish tone that the X factor gives to every red brick, that is just turning into ashes. Hey, you can smoke a joint that is yellow, a blonde, and a white joint. Doesn't matter the color. Everything turns to gray ashes. Everything turns to gray ashes.
Right.
So does the buildings. Don't matter the color. Don't matter the size. It's going to be turned into gray ashes.
Exactly. Exactly. Keep messing around with this thing. Try that out. I'm gonna keep messing around with this thing. Also, we're gonna be off. What the fuck? Oh man, just trying to have a little fun. People, get ready for the Saturday show. Um, yeah, check it out tomorrow if you can. Um, got quite a bit of evidence that I'm gonna be going through within the 2 hours. You only get 2 hours, so we do so much. But let's see what's going on. Boom. Yeah, that Alabama's kind of like out. They don't. You're right. They don't do too much out here either, unless there's some money involved. They don't want to remodel nothing unless someone buys it or leases it.
Uh-huh.
Then all of a sudden it's $20 to get in.
Yeah.
Mark them if you got them, crew. Let's see. I got one of these over here.
Try.
Just puff, puff, pass. There we go. Bam. Spark them if you got them. I don't know if Jen and Shapu have anything going on. Let me see. I usually get a ringer. See what we got for tonight. Who's up tonight? And sometimes people do stuff at the spur of the moment too. No, I don't see anything for Jen right now. But you guys keep your ears on. You never know. They're always doing something groovy over there. Check out Alchemos. Go on the YouTube. Check them out. Alchemos Mindset. Over 150,000 shares. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
check out his step wells that he did. That's some great stuff.
yeah.
Uh,
He's got the ammunition.
yeah, he's always putting it down over there, man. Hey, you guys do some great stuff, man. I look at these videos people putting out, and it's like, man, this shit's uh, you know, top notch quality.
Yup.
I'm struggling on this thing. You guys are putting out quality stuff. Yeah, check them out. You
Yeah.
always got some good stuff over there. Big Jimmy. All the sharp and clever minds. Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
The high value people that are meltology. You're right. Um, Free thinkers, people that are able to use their own thought pattern, figure shit out. Absolutely. Not tonight. Okay. Okay. Silly. All right. So I didn't. Okay. So maybe Jen is on one of their shows. Then I didn't see anything listed for Jen. Um, but they do collaborate a lot. So um, yeah, they always got some good stuff on over there. If you're looking for meltology, there's quite a bit now. It's changed in the last couple of years. You can actually find some good quality stuff out there. People putting out, quality videos, live streams, keeping you in the mix. Last week in the group, we had over 1,000 picks in 10 days by by Shapu. 100 picks a day for 10 days. Great stuff. Evidence galore. And I think the last day was more like 160 picks. I mean, there were some bonus picks in there. Um, and you know what? The thing is on Meltology, the good thing, the thing about the group, and it separates because you can show somebody a picture, and when they see that picture right away, they get defensive, right? Because that's how we do. We get defensive. We laugh, we joke it off, especially if it's when you get into it, because it's usually a place that has been on a postcard. It's been that people have seen. You've seen these pictures and stuff, and you're trying to tell them, no, this is a melted building. Well, what helps is when they start seeing thousands of places with the same damage, places they'd never heard of, places they had no idea, places they didn't teach you in school. They didn't show you this on Mutual Omaha and all these, in search of and these shows. They didn't show you these places. So when you start seeing this damage and you're looking at 1,000 picks in 10 days, you're looking at Alchemos throws up a folder with 400 plus picks. These are different places for the most part. These are different locations. You're just looking at different spots. You see people up here putting out evidence every day, or every day you're looking at. There's over 20,000 people in the group. You're looking at evidence every day, and you're looking at, for the most part, different places. Then it starts to really start to help, change things in your psyche. Like, you've been lied to. Doesn't mean you're going to get it right away that this place is melted. You're not going to say, hey, the terra firma doesn't exist. Most people have a problem, have a hard time understanding that mountains are melted buildings. But then when you tell them that what it's sitting on is also melted, that the continent is part of that melt, then
Yep.
you start to get more and more, sound more and more crazier, even to the ones that understand meltology. They're only understanding it to a bit. So it's important, to keep it going, to keep investing time, effort, um, and for people to start to continue into it, because you get more and more into it and you understand the lie's bigger and bigger. Um, let's see, what we got up here. I think that's why most people take a second look at melted buildings, because nobody has. Yeah, you're right. You are absolutely right, Mark. We're looking at places that, because we got to remember that the places people have seen, all that we grew up with that understanding that the weather erosion, all that shit with these pyramids and all that stuff. We grew up with that lie. But when
Yeah.
you see that inside, outside, you start seeing it every, like, whoa, 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 wait a minute. You told me that was over here, partner. You didn't say nothing about it over here. Wait a minute. So yeah, becomes easier to spot it. You are right. Major, major. Absolutely. Yes, we feed off one another. I feed off of all you guys. And I enjoyed my part, my role that I feel that I've taken in meltology. Um, this not being part of my role, but being able to go out and collect evidence, I feel like it's actually easy. It's something that I can do. Anyone can do. There's bigger things in meltology, much harder things that take more time. Running a Facebook group takes a lot of time. I don't run one. I'm just part of one, so that takes time. I don't have that responsibility, so I can collect evidence. Um, Reading all this shit, I don't have time to read nothing, man. I read a few things, and if it got a bunch of stuff, man, I skip to the end, get to the finish. I'm done. I can't devote that much time. Read this. It's not, I want to watch the video. I'm not into all that reading shit. So, but you got people out there that do all that reading and writing, and they write beautiful stuff. It's like, okay, some people don't want to see pictorial evidence. Some people want to read stuff. So their role in meltology is perfect for them. Um, some people's role is just to take your evidence and forward it so other eyes can see. Um, so there's so many important roles in meltology. I'm glad that I found what I feel is my role, which is just gathering evidence and putting it out there. It's the same thing everyone can do, so it's nothing special about it. Um, but it does take some of your time. You're going to have to research, you look for some stuff. You're going to have to be able to keep your eyes on the page and whatever, and so on and so on.
I think it's special because some of you guys are not just showing them, but also classifying them like in well, by locations
Yeah,
and some of the history a little bit like in the descriptions, you know what I mean? And then a picture that contains the so-called narrative
yeah,
of the.
I'll throw
So
that
I
in
think
there
it's
on mine.
special, bro. I think it's
I'll throw
special.
that on mine because I don't hide from the narrative, and no one should, because we all know the narratives are full of shit. So I'll
Yeah,
put the narrative out there. If now I don't go looking for it, but if it's in there, I'll put it on there because I have nothing to hide. We have, as meltologists, we ain't hiding nothing. These are lies. So you want to
yeah,
laugh at the narrative? We know there's a narrative behind it. Yes, here it is. Boom. Get beyond the narrative. Let's look at the damage.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, it's nice to throw it up there. Um,
yeah. Gotta have it to compare at least.
and I found that to be part of my presentation. When the way I put my pictures up now, there's a certain way I like to put them up, and that takes a little bit more time than just slopping them up there. You can slap them up there if you want, but for me, I like to do it a certain way. It's just, I don't know. You can say, you can look at a group of pictures, say, oh, that's probably from James, because that's the way he does it, if it can be done. And one of the reasons, because so many people are negative about it. And we've all had this. Where is this place? They like you're fucking going there. What difference? You're not going there. How do I know it's real? Where is it? Who cares where it's at? It's everywhere. You know that we used to. It's melted everywhere. So this here at least will get people. They don't ask that question no more unless the picture is liked by someone and it's no longer in the folder with it, and they're looking at the picture by itself singly. And I have to tell them, hey, go back, click on this and go back to the group, and you'll see that whole folder. Um, so it takes that aspect away, so you don't get those questions. So it helps out in a couple of different ways because you never get that, you hardly ever get that question of where's this place? Is it a real place? How blah blah blah, because people don't want to do a reverse search. It's too hard. It's easier just to ask the question instead of just hit the button to reverse search. Boom. You got to type in the whole question, and then you got to wait for a response, or you can hit one button, reverse search. No, I'm going to ask the question. Um,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and some stupid, bro, bro, some stupid questions like, where did the bricks came from? Okay, where did the bricks came from? I'm just gonna say, it's not hard to see all the trademarks of the different bricks. What did that tell you? What does that tell you? Like if I ask you, why would you say, if you look in the bricks, they most of them have different names on it. For example, Debra has been shown that they trademark with them their names of their companies, or something that says heat danger or something like that.
well, see, all these bricks here were part of, my opinion, of course, would have been towards that revolution of the rebuild and stuff before the X Factor, but not original.
Hmm.
Not original, because first of all, why are they in English? God made these in English? You think the creator make these fucking bricks and put your language in it? Get the fuck out of here!
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fuck up out of here!
Yeah,
Them,
but
them bricks
also,
came after language came in spelling and all that shit. You can't just put no fucking words on. So what was this? Why is this in this
yeah,
language and this is in this language? Those were manufactured afterwards. Those aren't original, but they are melted. So, in my opinion, all that stuff came after the original build of this place. The original
yeah,
build, the original bricks came from the same brick maker that made that goddamn crystal chandelier up there, that dome. The
yeah,
same
bro.
machine made that glass ceiling, made those bricks.
Yeah, bro. That's right. But look, we are not sure if this has happened only once. That's my question, because
Absolutely.
that's the or my deduction, because when you see some of these new bricks are also melted or affected by the melt or stuck in the melt with a piece of leather on it, still not turned into white ashes, but still there. It can be broken.
Hmm.
Uh, so
Oh yeah, they got melted.
there's kind of bricks, so the thing gets complex. We're talking about uh, when the event happens, it leaks on the bricks of that generation, but we don't know how many times that this has happened. Don't know how many times or the real dates, because people keep trusting in these books that they talk about millions and millions of years, and the dates. Man, you just burn that book because it's a lie. And then we gotta start like searching on the real evidence, which is what we see. The closer, I mean, this is what I mean about common sense. Let's start looking at the closest that we can look. That's within. The next is the outside. The closer world that we have in the outside. Just look at it. Let's look at it. And after that, you look at the spy balloons that is telling you that we are actually locked up in a digital realm. They cannot put no satellite out there. Then you start looking farther. But before, don't talk to me about aliens. Don't talk to me about meteorites. Don't talk to me about satellites, because all that shit is fake. And we can't be talking about that. Let's look at the close things, at the close environment that we have, and we're gonna find actually solid evidence that we didn't even know before.
Oh yeah. I mean, we just have the problem is we have limitations. Those limitations include are because of government. And as
Yeah,
long as there's government, we're going to have limitations. You're just not going to be able to get to these areas that we know are out there. We're never going to
yeah,
get to the truth that we know exists,
yeah,
because the closer you get to the truth, the closer you come to disappearing. Because when you start getting too close to the truth and it starts messing up the program, you come up missing. Now, if it ain't messing up no program, ain't no problem. That's why all these inventors that invent shit that mess up the program, they come up missing before that invention can come out to, and then the invention, everything's fucking missing. The son never comes out with the grandson. It's gone for 80 years
yeah,
till somebody else reinvents it, right? So we know how that is.
yeah.
They,
That's
they keep trying
shady.
to shut down the truth
Uh huh.
every which way they can. Um,
Suppression.
Now, I haven't seen any channels lately get shut down, which is nice. It almost seems like during this presidency or whatever the fuck they're doing behind closed doors, because they're always doing something sneaky. Supposedly, Twitter's been bought out. I mean, all that dumb shit. You don't fucking buy no Twitter. You don't even make money on there. Shut up with that dumb stuff. All government, all government agencies. We're not dumb. All this dumb shit. The same person that buys it to tell you the truth is the same idiot that has a car up in the fucking space floating around. How dumb is that shit? And people believe him,
Mm-hmm.
right? The guy got a
Yeah,
fucking Tesla up there in space floating around. That's some dumb
yeah,
shit.
bro. That's bullshit. Yeah,
And you think this guy's a truther?
uh-huh. And bro, some people admire his. They are such a suckers for Carl Sagan. Yeah, like
All of them.
you see, and he's dressing very beautiful and
I believe all them
elegant,
fuckers growing up.
and
Carl
the
Sagan,
suit.
Mutual Omaha, fucking
Yeah.
in search of Leonard Nimoy and Jacques Cousteau and
Yeah, bro, like what? And then this guy comes talking about how the universe is because he has been there, or I don't know how. And then other people is believing, and then they put that on TV and shit, or they saw that on TV and they make their children see it and they say, "Oh wow, yeah, the universe." Oh. And for me, it's just so funny how you program your kid because you got programmed and you can escape the program. So it's become an avalanche, and the people think that they're actually educated on knowledge, on real important knowledge about how the galaxies affect anything that you do in this realm, and the meteorites might hit your head. Bro, then this is why I don't trust books, especially official ones. I mean, the ones that are sold to the masses, the books of education. I mean, in schools. I got when I was younger in the schools. They put homeworks, and you had to do that homework, and that's all I did. Like I didn't use those books for no more. I didn't even want to read on that shit. Many paragraphs of bullshit. I knew it was wrong. I always knew that it was wasted time. And this is what I did. I just didn't do no homeworks sometimes and just pass the exam in five with the best degree of the exam and chill out because I didn't want to waste my time doing this self programming. And for some people it might be useful, for example in the learning of languages. I don't say anything wrong about that, because even though languages have been created to confuse, if we don't want to confuse, at least we should, like, get informed, know a little more languages than the native one. And that's the thing that I admire about Alchemist and Shipu, that they manage different languages more than I do.
Yeah,
And
me too.
that's one advantage of when the people shares. They share to people from other places that they speak different languages, and they manage to translate, they manage to understand too. So that's
Right.
the avalanche of meltology and all those others investigation that we may do.
Yeah, it paid off for you. Ooh, man.
Okay, let's check
Yeah, you
on
know what?
the chat.
I did all right in school, but shit, when I got out, I was done. And yeah, when I got into high school, I didn't even have to take math because I had took math in middle school, and it surpassed the high school math at the time that I had to take. So I never took math in high school. I had two PE classes. They're like, yeah, well, you want to take an elective? They would take math as an elective. So are you fucking crazy? The fuck, I'm gonna take something that I'm gonna take a guaranteed. Hey, shit, I'm taking. I had two PE classes, first period and last period. Shit, you think I'm gonna take a math class and end up with the F or something? I got the homework, man. Please, I
Yeah,
laughed at them.
yeah, bro. I even went when I
Now they got
entered
weird
the
math. I'm like, what the fuck?
when
I don't
I
even know
uh-huh.
math no more. I'm like, holy shit, what is all this weird shit?
Bro, that was my that was my failure in some time because look, I went to a psychological exam in my university. That is the so-called the best university of the town of the country. I mean, and I did that because someone told me that they did an exam that is available to every student in which they can like rate themselves in a list of the students that have presented the exam, right? So I was doing it, and they put things on like in your brain to see your brain activity. They ask you about everything of the personal things, about your profile on what do you like to do, if you rather be an officer, I mean, like someone that works in an office, or if you wanna be someone that travels and knows places with languages and all that stuff. And later they do an exam that is called mathematics, and the other is pattern recognition. That's a full geometry exam, bro. And guess what I did? I said, nah, I'm not doing this math thing. I'm just going to leave it right there, empty, because well, I can't just play like A and B or maybe C, because it doesn't work like that. Like I was going to get a bad degree in that one always. In China too, man, I was gonna lose that. So I didn't try that. What I did was I focused on the pattern recognition thing and the other stuff. And when I finished, then the I think it was 2 or 3 days, bro. And they called. I mean, they called me. That is, I left my number, and they called me that go there. Hey, come here. We need to talk. And they made me like go there, and I said them like, hey, why are you calling me here? Are the results ready? And they said yes, yeah. But didn't you cheat? And I was like, what? No, 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 I haven't. I didn't cheat. But and then and they say, well, you left all the mathematics empty, and that's a no-no for that one. But they said, well, let me tell you what. If you didn't cheat, you broke the records on pattern recognition and geometry of the university, and it's the best university, bro. So I figured out that geometry and pattern recognition has been the most important thing in my life. That's the way I learned to do music. to manage these technologies because I always messed up with computers and all that stuff. But math is not really required for that. I mean, for me, math is like important to the cases of managing your money and all that stuff. But it's even something too materialistic.
Shit, that's
But
I guess math is good to manage your money when you got a lot of money. But when you look in your when you look in your pocket, you know you got $23. Shit, you don't need a whole lot of math for that.
yeah, and you know what, bro? They they
That's for big money.
exactly for
We
managing
poor
an
over here.
enterprise.
We ain't worried about that. We check the check.
Yeah, for an enterprise or something like that, bro. And you know why? You
I
know
can add that up.
why I got like impressed by that because the lady was a psychologist, and she the exam was about also talking about I mean examination of your issues, your psychological issues. So she said, okay, like here it appears that you are impulsive, and we need to talk about that. And I said, well, we could talk about that, but then first tell me what is this list. And she told me about it, and she said all of the students, even the ones in exchange, they can do it, and some of the registry shows that some of them that they came from Germany, from Japan, from all these kinds of people that they are supposedly prodigies, right? And I broke the record, and I told them I didn't cheat. They was mad at me. For a moment they was they was thinking that I cheated. Actually, I didn't.
Hey, we're gonna get
And
going in just a minute here, but before we do, I want to give just to recap a few things. Then I'm gonna ask you a few things. So, Raph, let's throw this on here. Just you guys join the Facebook groups if you have not already. If you haven't, you are definitely missing out. You got great stuff going down every single day. I'm probably missing out on stuff right now for the last 2 hours, so I'm gonna have to catch up on. Um, Check them out. It's a game changer. It's mind blowing, and it's gonna change your reality. Speaking of reality, check out our Melted Reality Boots on the Ground Bloodhound Mark, who's in the house. Check out his Facebook group as well. Um, so we have all mountains are melted brick buildings, and we have mountains are melted brick buildings. One is private, one is public. Check both of them out. If you're doing boots on the ground, meaning you are out there, you are walking around, you are driving, you are going to these places, you are a crucial part of meltology. You are soon to be the backbone of meltology because you're going to be getting evidence that the average person would never see. These are not tourist shots. This is boots on the ground. So definitely join the group Boots on the Ground. It's very important and soon to be a vital key in meltology, um, as it too will be a game changer, or it is a game changer. Um, let's see. There is a ticker down at the bottom. It has most of the groups in there. Um, Jen, check her out. True Seeker 69. She may be going on tonight with somebody else. I think Frucus did say that. She's going on with the Ceiling Fan Man and somebody else, I believe. If you want to check her out, I did go on her page earlier and I didn't see anything, any reminders or anything. So you may have to search her on a different somebody else's page, um, if you want to check out her stream tonight if she has one. Mark, I haven't seen you stream in a while, buddy, but I have seen your YouTube videos. You go on YouTube, you check them out. There are Melted Reality. Um, Check them out on YouTube. Got a lot of good stuff on there. He is the bloodhound when it comes to boots on the ground. If it's there, he's gonna find it. He has that smelling like a bloodhound does. He's gonna sniff it out. He's gonna get it. He has a drone. doesn't care about signs that says "Do not enter." He doesn't give a fuck. There's no speaking the English. No, no can do. He's there. Check him out. Patty G, check her out. She has some good stuff. And hopefully she's gonna be back online pretty soon, doing some live streams and whatnot. We have Deborah the Red Brick Chick. Check her out. Another great meltologist. Just very informative. A lot of good stuff coming up. A lot of good stuff going on. So check out old videos. Check out new videos. It's just great stuff. A lot of stuff you're going to find in meltology we've already talked about. So if you're getting in late and you're just waiting for that piece of evidence, it's probably already been shown. And we're not going to show it again. I mean, we might, but you may not see it for a while. So um, we try to work forward and not go backwards. This channel here, I like to start at the beginning a lot of times because I know there's a lot of introductory. So I like to try and keep this introductory level, but it does get kind of up there sometimes when you see things, and it's just everything's not going to stick out there like a sore thumb. Some things you're going to go through, different equation like 1 plus 1. You're not going to keep doing 1 plus 1 in first grade, second grade, third grade. Pretty soon they're going to say, "Hey, you're supposed to know this, man. We're not discussing that no more, unless it's just a recap on something." So yeah, go back, check out the old videos, the information. Go on the group and you get daily information. But before we close out, Saraf, I want to ask you. Once again, thank you for your time, Saraf. Thanks to everyone for coming in. Thanks for your time, for you are tuning in, checking it out. Come back tomorrow, 1 p.m. tomorrow, California time. Not sure what time that is in your guys' neck of the woods, but it is up there. It will be tomorrow. I do work tomorrow, so that's why it's a little later. So hopefully, I will be home on time to get that 1 o'clock start. Yeah, likewise, absolutely, big Jimmy. But anyway, Saraf, you've had a couple of interesting dreams lately, and you shared them with us. And you want to share that experience? We have just got the ticket. We got 5 minutes, and I appreciate you tagging me on those, man. Very, very deep dreams that you're having. With that third eye of yours waking up and just pointing out a lot of shit. And you care to share that with us?
For sure, bro. Like, I expect not to run out of time, but let's do it. Um, for that, do you think I need to share screen? I don't know if I can.
No, because you have to come in. Remember, I told you have to accept that email to share a screen.
The ghost
I,
email.
I know you said you got it and nothing happened.
Yeah, bro. It didn't come, bro. I was in the mailbox all the time. I still and nope, nothing, bro. All right, bro. So let's start. Um, I've been saying and repeating it sometimes about that I was not religious. I was not religious, but somehow in my lifestyle, in my race for finding out what is hidden, what is beyond, what is being occult, and I found out the angels, and after that some of them that they're called the accurate angels. They showed me the realm, they showed me the melt, they showed me the sun and the moon are closed, and they showed me everything. And then after that, I came to see that I could see some things for myself. And one of these experiences that is very recent is about that I dreamt of losing a black dog that they was it was given to my family by a lady, and she went out super quick, like put an eye on the dog. And then my dad went out with the other doggy, Boomer, my actual dog, and they went out. And then I asked my mom, "Hey, do I close the door or what?" And in that moment, the dog went out running super fast. The black dog. It was some kind. I don't know if it was a pit bull or a bull terrier or something. I couldn't say. And then he went out and gone. And I went out. I told my mom, "Hey, he escaped. Let's go." And we went out running to the door. And outside there was my motorbike, and she sit there. And I saw the back of the dog, and the back of the dog had this similarity. It was looking like the sky, the night sky, with the moon on top and all the clouds. You know what I mean? And black. The rest of it was black, and the whole dog was black with gray. Like the clouds look gray sometimes in the night.
Right.
And well, I was crying because the dog was gone, and I was suffering because I thought that he could be smashed like a car by a car, with killed.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, my mom says, "Hey, look at the horizon. Here they come. Put an eye on them." And I was like, "I don't see anything. I don't see, mom. Where?" And then they passed at a high speed on my back, and I turned, and I could see how they drifted in a corner. When they drifted, he had both of the dogs with him, my dad, in his motorbike. He had an I wooden adaptation in the back, and he was like giving a cruise to them. And then I got I got super happy, and in that moment I took a deep breath and I woke up. When I woke up, my head turns to the moon, and I opened my eyes, and I saw the white line circuits in the sky like a hive, all over the dome, all over the ceiling, around the moon. I'm not saying that they were in the moon. I'm saying around the moon, and it was a reality. They are there because later on, well, I could see this straight for 30 seconds, and the shapes, everything. And then okay, I got to write it immediately. It was like 3 a.m. in the